Somehow, in the year 2025, the most controversial thing in the gaming space is music players. All of this? That's got nothing on music players. When I say music players, I'm talking about a mechanic that allows the freedom to choose a song to listen to in an open world setting, like in Forza Horizon. You can drive and select whatever song you want. Three 2025 games stood out to me for their misuse of music players. First up, the game that miraculously doesn't have a music player. Despite Mario Kart World having the soundtrack of 2025, it somehow doesn't have a music player feature. In Mario Kart World, the player drives around an island filled with roads and all of the game's racetracks. It's a lovely and relaxing mode. During it, there are more than 200 remixes of classic Mario songs, from Super Mario World's Overworld theme to Gusty Garden Galaxy from Super Mario Galaxy. These remixes are outstanding. When Mario Kart World was released in June 2025, people weren't talking about the gameplay. Okay, they were a little bit, but they were mostly talking about the music. The music dominated the conversation. However, these remixed songs only played in the open world section, and the 200 plus songs shuffle in this game mode. You don't get to pick which song you listen to. There's no skip button, there's no repeat button. We are forced to deal with the cards we're dealt. The worst part is, it wasn't until a later update, 6 months later, that the game didn't even say what song was playing. So this is what happened every time a new song came on in the open world mode. Which Mario song is being remixed here? Oh, Vanilla Lake from Super Mario Kart, of course. In the open world mode, the player can complete trials or touch boxes to collect stickers, eat food to gain new costumes, or collect Peach medallions by pulling off sick tricks.
Oh my god, bro.
There aren't many costumes to obtain, and the sticker and Peach medallion rewards feel very unrewarding after a while. I really wish the developers had taken the opportunity to make songs a collectible found in the open world. This would have motivated many video game music enthusiasts, like myself, to play more of the open world mode. And of course, alongside that, add a music player feature so players can select these songs that they unlocked, and listen to them while doing activities in the open world. This is such a major misfire from the development team because I think my opinion of Mario Kart World would be so much higher if we just had a music box. Something even more deeply frustrating is that in the prequel game, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, there is a dedicated music player on the main menu. Sure, it's only on the menu and there's not an open world mode where you can listen to this music, but there's a music player in the game somewhere. Even if they had it in the menus, I wouldn't be complaining as much, but they don't even have it in the menus of Mario Kart World. But Mario Kart 8 Deluxe did. Come on, if you're watching this video in 2031, I hope a music player has been implemented somehow, and I hope ChatGPT is dead. Let's not stand on Mario Kart too long, let's start stranding on another game. I rarely talk about Death Stranding anywhere because in my social circle, only 2 people actually know what it is. And I wouldn't usually talk about it in a video, but it's an excellent contrast to the other games in this video. And because it's my favorite game of 2025, Death Stranding isn't a Nintendo game and it isn't particularly popular among Nintendo fans. Although if they put it on Switch 2, then maybe it could be. Maybe Nintendo fans could finally experience the art that is Death Stranding. But let me give you a rundown of what Death Stranding is for those who are unfamiliar. Death Stranding is a third-person adventure game created by Hideo Kojima, the creator of Metal Gear Solid. It's all about Sam Porter Bridges walking around a post-apocalyptic Earth, delivering packages to cities that exist underground because an apocalyptic event has made the surface dangerous. In Death Stranding 1, while doing story missions, Sam would be walking through America when music would randomly start playing. Licensed music from bands such as Low Roar and Silent Poets would begin playing. These songs would typically only play once in the entire playthrough, and it was always during specific missions. And it was really rad because sometimes the lyrics would match up with what's going on in the story. I distinctly remember getting to a belly of the whale moment in Death Stranding 1, and the stakes seemed too high and things were going south in the story. And then I take this mission and I start walking, and a song by Low Roar called The Machine begins playing, and the lyrics reflect that doubt that is sowed in the player's mind during this part of the story. The music created unforgettable moments, but the player could only listen to these songs during specific missions. They could go back to a base and listen to it there, but they couldn't keep it playing while walking on the surface. Death Stranding 2 changed this by allowing unlocked music to be played anywhere with a music player. So I was out there delivering packages while blasting "Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head."
Raindrops keep falling on my head.
And initially, it seemed like a welcome change. I was so excited to be able to listen to anything, anywhere, until I came to the realization that this feature sucked the importance out of these songs from their respective moments. "Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head" is an integral piece of the plot, and I played it so much that when it showed up in a pivotal cutscene, it didn't hit as hard because I had become a little sick of the song. And when the in-game soundtrack is only a few dozen songs long, it's hard not to repeat songs in my 101-hour playtime.
Raindrops keep falling on my head.
Oh my god, shut up.
But that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red.
Death Stranding 2 didn't really have any examples like the one I mentioned earlier where you were in the belly of the whale in Death Stranding 1. Another really amazing moment in Death Stranding 1 was in the first few hours of the game. There's a task where Sam Porter Bridges has to carry his estranged mother's corpse to an incinerator. During his walk there, Bones by Low Roar plays, a deeply bleak song specifically about a breakup, but more broadly speaking, it's a song about the loss of someone.
Well, I loved you then, but I don't love you now. I'm a long way from home.
Whenever I hear this song now, I think of this emotional moment from Death Stranding 1. Bones became integral to the narrative and left a powerful impression. And there isn't a moment in Death Stranding 2 where a song perfectly fits a plot moment like that. And if it does, that memory has been overridden by me listening to this song on repeat dozens of times over the span of my 100-hour adventure, because I could listen to it whenever, and that would have made me completely forget the first time I ever heard it. While I'm happy I got to listen to my song of the year anywhere I went, I admit this feature weakened the impact of the narrative, and I would have ultimately preferred not having a music player to appreciate the few moments where music plays. If Mario Kart World had an emotional narrative, I might let it slide for not having a music player, but no, Mario Kart World does not get these eyes teary like Death Stranding 2 does. Inexcusable, Nintendo. Okay, let's talk about Metroid Prime 4. Metroid Prime 4, which was finally released after 18 years. And it has a music player problem. I truly hope this gets patched, but I don't think it will. Prime 4 introduced a brand new mechanic to Metroid, a motorcycle. Samus canonically cranks her hog. She drives around a barren desert, which acts as a hallway to the game's different biomes, similar to Magmore Caverns in Metroid Prime 1, but much, much bigger. It takes 2 to 3 minutes to reach the desired location. During that time, there's very little music. There's a slight ambiance and a very quiet song. The song is so quiet that gamers on the internet are claiming there is no song. There is no music in this desert. Now, having a silent overworld is something I can get behind. I love Breath of the Wild. That game is superb, and its atmosphere is profoundly effective. Many parts of it are silent, but there are also many areas where music plays, and the music is loud enough to be recognized, but calm enough not to disrupt the tone present in the atmosphere. God, I love this game. Metroid Prime's desert music is so quiet that it's barely perceptible, which is a shame because it is a nice little atmospheric tune. It'd be nice if it were louder and more substantial, since Prime has historically had some incredible atmospheric songs. Torpus Bog, I'm looking at you, baby. I know the composer Kenji Yamamoto is capable of creating some quiet bangers. Now here's the catch. There is a music player in this game. Unlike Mario Kart World, Metroid Prime 4 got a music player. However, it's locked behind a $40 amiibo. It's also found in New Game Plus, but if you want to play music while traversing this desert on your first playthrough, pay up, bubby. Locking a feature like this behind a paywall is disgusting. I bought the amiibo because I'm a sheep, and Metroid is my favorite series, so I had access to the music player in my first playthrough. I wasn't even aware it was completely locked out for everyone without the amiibo on their first playthrough until I finished my first playthrough. I had assumed it just gave me some extra songs, which is a silly assumption thinking back on it, considering the music player only has 3 songs. The Viola theme, the Volt Forge theme, and the Zelios boss theme. The selection is lacking, especially when most players will spend at least an hour or so grinding green crystals in the desert, and the majority of players will be grinding these crystals in near silence. I'm uncomfortable. After finishing the game, 2 more songs are added to the music player, but it's too little, too late. So while Metroid Prime 4 is a good game to me, it fails to implement a successful music player without being scummy. And even after paying 40 buckaroos, it's significantly lacking. All 3 of these 2025 games somehow missed the mark on a simple feature. Mario Kart World has 0 music player function. Death Stranding 2's music player weakens the game's narrative. And Metroid Prime 4's music player is so laughably bad monetarily and selection-wise that it sparked discourse. Everything about this game sparked discourse, though. While I am no game developer and can't speak to the challenges of implementing a music player in a game, I firmly believe the developers are capable enough of creating one. I hope developers learn from these 3 games' missteps and implement music players more effectively and more frequently in future games. Music players in games are exceptional. Video game music rules, and having the ability to choose what you want to listen to at any point enhances the experience tenfold. In most cases, sorry Death Stranding 2, not you. Well, I'm gonna go listen to Mario Kart World music that I downloaded off of YouTube and put on my phone, since that's the only way I can listen to these songs whenever I want. Sure wish I could do that on my $450 console I bought from Nintendo. Okay, bye. Wait, this isn't even Mario Kart music. This is Paper Mario music.